What's up, nail geeks, and welcome back to another Lumen nails video. This month we have the fall collection to check out. This is the Dark Elixir collection, inspired after potion ingredients and all kinds of spooky fun things like that. I apologize about the no face again. I'm still trying to kick bronchitis and it is just owning me. So just bear with me while we get through these next couple of releases. Hopefully I'll be on the mend pretty soon. So without further ado, let's dive right in. First up is Bloodline. This is a dark burgundy matte cream that dries to a soft velvet finish. Bloodline has an excellent creamy smooth formula to it. I think it has a touch of a almost crelly type of feel on the brush strokes here. It's one of those formulas that tends to dry pretty quick, which is what we see with a lot of matte finishes. So I'm going to suggest not being shy on your coats, meaning don't worry about being too thin or worrying about over plumping it, anything like that. Go in standard and it is beautiful on that buildup. I think 2 coats was perfect. This is what I consider a true oxblood. It's going to appear almost black at certain angles. And as you go in brighter lighting situations, you'll see there is absolutely a burgundy appearance to it. Very pretty. And if you wanted to wear it in its natural state, I would still suggest a matte top coat just to help prevent chipping or any longevity issues like that. Elixir Eclipse is an oil slick multichrome that shifts from midnight blue to crimson to amethyst. This is one of my top picks for this release. It's beautiful and it builds up to a very deep type of blurple sapphire color. I want to note that this almost has a duochrome-like appearance with it. In most lighting situations, when I wiggled my hands around my kitchen, it took on most of that blue appearance you see on my full hand shot here, but at easy angles, I saw a very obvious purple shift over to it. You can get an idea of that on my macro shot here. It's very much, again, like a duochrome type of appearance. This also applies very opaque, so 2 coats was all I needed. Ritual is a blackened violet base with multicolored flakes and a magenta to orange to green aurora. So this is a heavier type of jelly formula. I'm going to suggest 2 coats with it. Now on the first coat, I started off pretty thin, and on the second coat, I went in pretty heavy-handed. So with that said, as you can see here, I needed to do a little bit of careful placement from those chunkier flakes. No complaints here, but I could see some of you who tend to go in very thin. I could see 3 super thin coats working here. Otherwise, just apply it normal like this. You will need a glitter smoother though, because this will dry down pretty thirsty for top coat. Serpents Kiss is a shimmering indigo jelly base with a red to gold to green shift. This is another one of my top picks. It's very pretty, and as you'll see between the first and second coat, I was pleasantly surprised with how much it popped in terms of opacity. The first coat gave the impression it was going to take up to 3, but as you can see here, it just plumped up beautifully. This one also dries down to an almost semi-matte type of finish, so I will suggest 2 coats, a glitter smoother, and a glossy top coat. On my full hand shot here, I did not use a glitter smoother, and by the time I was done with my photos, I could tell it was kind of eating up my top coat, so definitely want to recommend a glitter smoother here. Moon Bloom is a pale, ghostly lilac base with icy silver holographic effect and blue to green to indigo large particle shimmer. This one is very ethereal and it's got that true sheer type of finish to it. Those of you with natural nails especially, that you have a very prominent white type of free edge, I could see you wanting to use a blurring base if that bugs you. Personally, I think finishes like this are just intentionally like this, and I think it's perfect just wearing it by itself. It's like a nightie, if you will. I will suggest 3 coats with it to build it up, no issues whatsoever to report, and a good glossy top coat to seal it up. No texture or anything like that from the flakes. Witch Glass is another one of my top picks. This is a deep violet charcoal base with linear holographic effect and blue to purple magnetic shift. Now, I want to highlight here that this is a very creamy, smooth formula. It applies like a cream, in my opinion. Beautiful opacity, but the magnetic pigment itself is a little tricky to get it to snap to your magnet. So with that said, I will suggest doing kind of heavier handed coats. Make sure you have plenty of pigment on your nails. And whatever magnet you tend to use, add like 10 to 15 extra seconds to get that crispier line. I was kind of on the fence about whether or not I liked how crisp I was getting it. So I went in with a magnetic top coat. If you're curious, I have been running Tyler's Trinkets magnetic top coat through the ringer the last couple of months. And this is how I got a tighter line. So I used that, and you can see here, it just kind of helped it out. And then of course, don't forget, magnetize after your glossy top coat. This is so glowy on that blue factor, and I just loved how holographic effect it looked in the brighter lighting situations. Ashes and Opal is a sheer pale charcoal base packed with iridescent flakes that shift pink, green, and gold. Those of you who like these shimmery types of bombs, these lighter sheer types of finishes, I think you'll like this one too. It is very easy to build up in terms of like flaky finish. This and then Moon Bloom, and we'll see here in just another moment the Hidden Bookshop polish for this month. These all have these lighter types of formulas to them, and I think they're very versatile, as you'll see in the Will It Topper segment here momentarily. Another one that I will suggest, a blurring base if that bugs you for a visible nail line, and a glossy top coat is all you need to finish it off. I didn't have any texture or thirstiness or anything like that. Venom and Vanilla is a smoky taupe gray with ghostly purple pearl shimmer. Those of you who are fans of Ethereal's Coffee series, I think you'll appreciate this one too. The formula is Chef's Kiss. It is creamy smooth, easy to plump up. I mean, the buildup was very satisfying on those brush strokes. It's one of those formulas that I tend to overwork it because I just like the way it feels on application. I chose to do 3 coats with it. It plumped up perfectly at that 3rd coat. Though some of you, if you have more narrow nails than myself, I can see 2 coats working as well, but I like that thicker appearance. This dries on semi-flat, so any top coat of choice will be just fine. Virgo is our monthly horoscope polish this month. We have a deep chestnut base with color shifting flakes, holographic effect, and red, orange, gold shift. Virgo has a heavier type of crelly formula, but it's still very smooth on application. I chose to stop at 2 coats because very much like Ritual, which was that purple jelly we saw previously, it does have a heavier type of buildup, especially with the different sizes of flakes going throughout it. So I thought 2 coats was just fine. This is also thirsty for top coat, so I would suggest probably going in a touch thinner on your 2 coats and then saving room for a glitter smoother in addition to your glossy top coat. Stitch and Shadows is our September Hidden Bookshop polish. This one's inspired by Frankenstein. And we have another sheer type of finish here. This is this ghostly greenish type of Aurora shimmer. It's got a bit of a purple touch at the most extreme angles, but to me in person, the dominant shift you'll see is what you see on my full hand shot here. I chose to do 3 coats with it. It's less sheer as, say, what we've previously saw with like Moon Bloom, but it's more like a pseudo-like opacity, if that makes sense. It is so strong on that shimmer factor. I thought 3 coats and a glossy top coat looked the best. And you can see on my macro shot here, again, that shift is quite subtle in my opinion. And we're going to wrap this up with the Will It Topper segment. This is where I use a black swatch stick to demonstrate if polishes have layering capabilities. So most of these across the board are just shimmer bombs, and of course they're going to look beautiful. Most of these jellies here, especially like Ritual, this one's going to be Ritual and Virgo, I should say. These are going to be pretty dense on their respective base colors, but otherwise I think you can get pretty creative with most of these if you're into layering, especially on color theory with, you know, working with different base colors and what's going to work with certain shimmer aspects, things like that. For example, I think Moon Bloom would look really cool over pinks and stuff to kind of exploit that blue shimmer. Ashes and Opal flat out is a I don't know. I want to say it's a topper, but it's intended to be worn alone. But you get the idea there. It's very versatile. And then, of course, the thing with Virgo being very almost cream-like, and Stitch and Shadows, same thing. The pre-order for the Dark Elixir collection is going to start tonight, September 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's going to run until September 20th. Shipping is estimated to start around September 29th. There's also going to be mystery polishes. We've got 12 mystery polishes. You can grab the full set of the mystery polishes for $125, or you can get mystery bags of 2 for $22. And they're essentially split between 6 Nightshade mysteries, which are the dark colors, or 6 Moon Charm mysteries, which are all the lighter colors. I will link you all below to Lumen Nails. And when the pre-order goes live, you can access the website through there. I'll also link you to the Facebook group if you want to get in there and join that, see additional swatches, all that good stuff. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching.